What's going on, mamas? Today we're going to be talking about traveling with your little ones and how to keep them calm on an airplane. I'm Sarah, and if you guys haven't done so, make sure you are subscribed and you do click that notification bell so you get updated on all the latest and greatest things going on with the Mommy Pockets. Like I said, we are going to be covering how to keep calm and some of the tips and things and tricks that I've learned on keeping my son calm on an airplane. Now, as we enter the holiday season, there's going to be lots of traveling going on, and these are some of the biggest things I could recommend when you're traveling with your little ones on an airplane. Plus, my number one secret, how I keep Michael calm on all the flights we've gone on. So we've been on 6 flights with our son, and each time was completely different from any time before that. Even when you go on vacation and you come back, those flights alone could be completely different. But don't worry, I'm here to help. I'm going to give you guys the biggest things I've learned on these past flights going with Michael to and from all over the country, including Hawaii. Now, the first tip I'm going to say is, you probably already heard this one before, but it is having them suck on something while you're taking off and when you're descending. They cannot pop their own ears yet, so having them suck on something helps relieve the pressure when you are going off and when you are coming down. That also keeps them calm and helps them sleep. And one of the coolest things I learned too is, even when they're not hungry, especially when they're in that newborn phase and the infant phase, they will eat or suck on something even if they're not hungry. So have them do that. Have them suck on something on up and down, but also let them suck as long as they want to, whether it be nursing or a bottle. If they just want to suck on it, then let them suck on it. If they want to eat a little more milk or formula, let them. It's okay. My second tip, if you're not flying solo, if you are, I'll come back and make a video after Christmas because I'll be doing my first flight solo. But right now, this is for like you and your spouse. This tip, teamwork, guys. Teamwork makes the dream work, and that applies so much to flying. When we flew to Hawaii, when we fly anywhere, we alternate holding baby. Now, whether they're in the infant phase, the toddler phase, which is a totally different experience, by the way. Regardless, teamwork makes a dream work. And plan ahead of time. And I say this going into step 3. So step 2 is teamwork makes the dream work. Like, if you're nursing still, nurse them, let them be soothed, calm. I mean, I would hold Michael for like 2.5 hours, and my arm was like literally like caving out. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I need a break. Like, I'm tapping out. You're taking him. And it'd only be like 20-30 minutes, and then Michael would want to eat again or just be in my arms, and that was okay. I'm like, that's fine. I just need that. Give my arm a break. I'll put it on the other one and let it go. But tip 3 is plan for any situation. Like, whatever happens is gonna happen on the flight. And by planning, I mean bring some really great discovery and distraction toys. Discovery toys if they're in that newer infant phase. Distraction toys if they're already in the crawling around and exploring phase. And we've gone through all these, so I'm telling you guys, bring the toys, and even go to dollar store and get some cheap ones. They're only $1. Like, get some ones you can throw away and you don't mind getting dirty on the plane, because planes are really gross and they're going to be throwing the toys everywhere, especially when they get bored with them. Also, on a side sub-tip is only let them have one toy at a time. The reason I say this is because usually the toy, they only get distracted for it on average like 5 to 10 minutes, and then they throw it and they want a new toy. They need something else to keep them entertained. So bring out one toy at a time. And if they don't like a toy, put it back away as quickly as possible and bring out another toy to keep them entertained for however long it's been. You can hold them with that toy. Now, if they're older, this is the greatest time to have screen time. I am not a big person or fan of screen time. However, when I'm traveling, I'm all about it, because keeping a child peaceful on a flight or sitting down for 3 hours on average is pretty much impossible. With screen time, though, you can usually get about 30 minutes of silence, depending on what age they are. Michael's 16 months now, and it is very helpful. Definitely very helpful. We went on a flight just a couple weeks ago. Oh my gosh, it was just... But these tips are really, really helpful. Keep them entertained with screen time, the distraction toys, and another sub tip on this tip, because this is the biggest one, I feel like, is they love the plastic cups. Whatever age they are, usually, if they're already in to feeling and exploring, the plastic water cups, ask for a few of them and let them go to town with them. They can bang them, they can break them, and it's gonna be fine. Michael can play with those things for 30 minutes, and that's 30 minutes less that you have to be okay. You can kind of sit there and play with them and watch them enjoy this plastic cup and see all the cool ways that they discover how to play with a plastic cup. So, step 4 is have the discovery and distraction toys on hand, things that will fit in a diaper bag. Get them cheap at the Dollar Tree if you want some things that's easy to throw away and travel with. Do that, get some plastic cups, and you're going to be set up for a great time. Now, my 5th tip is to lighten the situation up. When you're on a flight, I have been on the other side before having my son and becoming a mom. I was the girl on the plane who dreaded and just hoped I never got to sit next to kids. And if I did, it was just the worst thing. I'm oh my gosh, I was looking forward to wherever I was going. I was wanting to relax, have a glass of wine, read, just decompress and have that. My plane time was my relaxing me time. And then I had Michael, and I'm oh, okay. So, now I get it, and that's okay. But I wished that somebody, and I had it happen once before, and I'm that is the coolest thing ever. So, here it is. Lighten up the mood and offer or buy them a round of drinks for whoever it is. If you're behind someone and you know that your child is going to be kicking their seat nonstop, and let's say they were me beforehand, and I would be looking forward to trying to get a little bit of shut-eye, or maybe reading a book, and someone's just kicking at my chair. Really just wanting to be stop getting your kid to kick my chair, control your kid, right? But we all know, as parents who travel with kids, you can't control them on a plane. As much as you want to, it's pretty hard to keep them contained in this tiny little little space that you have to entertain your kids. So, my tip is to lighten the mood, make some jokes alright, first cry, rounds on me, or guys, mini bottles are allowed on the flight. Buy some beforehand and hand them out. Go to the liquor store, buy a few of the little mini bottles and hand them out to people around you. And trust me, they are going to love you and your child so much more after that. Alright, that is my biggest tip for you guys. Lighten up the mood, grab some drinks for the people around you. It is worth every penny, and you're going to have a much more relaxing, you're not going to feel so stressed to keep them calm because you bought everybody a round of drinks, and they're going to love you and your kid that much more. So, if you guys really enjoyed these tips, please leave a comment below on which one you found most helpful. I am looking forward to a great holiday season and hearing how you guys use these tips. I will see y'all next week, and thank you guys so much for watching. As always, cheers, beautiful.